In this video, we're going to talk about the top 7 biotech stocks to buy now. Before starting, please do like the video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. To cure illnesses and medical conditions, businesses in the biotechnology industry develop medicines and diagnostic tools. Before being approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, many products must go through lengthy, expensive, and time-consuming trials, FDA. This suggests that it can take years for investors to learn whether a drug in development would be successful. Small startups and large, established companies that work to develop a range of medications and technologies make up the sector. Many biotech firms have changed their priorities or added COVID-19 vaccines and treatments to their product pipelines. Early-stage biotech companies are vulnerable to big revenue fluctuations as they go from absolutely no revenue to a sizable revenue stream after a drug is approved or when they join with another company. Therefore, growth measures should not be interpreted in the same way that growth is typically thought of. They should be interpreted as being representative of the company's research breakthroughs, business alliances, or other occasions in this corporate life cycle. Choosing the best biotech stocks to trade or follow is not difficult. However, you must be aware of the traits of the best biotech stocks and consider the hazards. Compared to other industries, biotechnology stocks may contain a mix of early-stage preclinical and clinical-stage businesses. Number 7. Alexion Pharmaceuticals. The market leader in treating a range of rare illnesses is Alexion Pharmaceuticals. This company makes Soliris, a medication that has been authorized for use in individuals with 4 rare disorders. Demand for Soliris is high because it offers treatment for a variety of ailments for which there aren't many other options. It isn't widely used because it was developed to treat a rare ailment. Compared to other treatments, it's very expensive, generating substantial money. Patients reportedly spend over $500,000 a year for the medication, according to Stat News. The company anticipates that sales of the treatment will bring in more than $4 billion in revenue by 2020 as a result of the treatment's high cost and high demand. The FDA just granted Ultomiris, Alexion's next-generation Soliris, approval to treat a variety of ailments, and the company has only recently started urging patients to use it. This initiative isn't being made to diversify the company's offering, rather, it's being done to gain market share before rival Amgen launches a comparable drug in 2025. Additionally, Alexion Pharmaceuticals has a substantial pipeline of clinical candidates. The business is currently running clinical trials on 21 candidates and preclinical research on 4 more possibilities it wants to launch. In the years to come, Alexion Pharmaceuticals could experience tremendous growth. The company already has a successful drug on the market, and it has a pipeline full of potential new ones. Number 6. Twist Bioscience. A proprietary technique for writing DNA on a silicon chip was created by Twist Bioscience. Synthetic genes, preparation for next-generation sequencing, and antibody libraries used by biopharma businesses to find and develop new medications all employ the synthetic DNA that the company produces. Nearly 3,000 clients from a variety of sectors, including academic research, agriculture, healthcare, and industrial chemicals, used Twist in 2021. The business is not yet profitable. Nevertheless, Twist's sales keep rising quickly as company introduces new products based on its synthetic DNA. According to Twist, the total addressable market for its existing products is $3 billion annually. The possibility for the corporation, though, may be significantly greater if it stores data on DNA chips. This market may be worth around $35 billion a year, although Twist is still just in the early phases of its DNA data storage operations. The company has already reached significant milestones and is currently designing an alpha version of a DNA data chip. Number 5. Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Sales of medications to treat the underlying cause of cystic fibrosis, CF, are virtually monopolized by Vertex, which produces a number of CF medications. The targeted cystic fibrosis patient population for Vertex might increase by more than 50% thanks to the company's most recent medication, a combination of the 2 CF medications, Trikafta and Kaftrio. Other prospective CF medications under Phase 2 testing are also in the company's pipeline. Vertex's Phase 2 studies that focus on pain and renal illnesses brought on by a particular gene mutation aim to go beyond CF therapies. Together with CRISPR Therapeutics, NASDAQ CRSP, Vertex is also developing an early-stage development program to investigate gene-editing treatments for the uncommon blood disorders, beta thalassemia, and sickle cell disease. Additionally, the business has advanced the clinical testing of a potential treatment for type 1 diabetes in select individuals. Vertex is already profitable, giving it a sizable financial reserve that it may employ to expand the pipeline of medication candidates. Number 4. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. Eylea, a medication for eye diseases that Regeneron produces in partnership with Bayer, is the company's major revenue generator, OTC BAYRY. Regeneron receives the entirety of Eylea's net sales made in the United States, and the business shares the profits made in international markets with Bayer. Another pharmaceutical and life sciences business, Sanofi, NASDAQ SNY, and Regeneron have a successful working relationship. The autoimmune disease medications Dupixent and Kevzara, the cancer medications Libtayo and Zaltrap, as well as the cholesterol medication Praluent, are all marketed and sold by the two businesses together. The monoclonal antibody treatment Regencov, or COVID-19, has thus far been a great financial success for Regeneron. While its partner Roche distributes the medication outside of the United States, Regeneron distributes it within the country. The coronavirus Omicron version doesn't seem to be as responsive to Regencov. The highly contagious virus is being targeted by novel antibody therapeutics being developed by Regeneron. The goal of several of Regeneron's medical development initiatives is to have new uses for already licensed medicines approved. Additionally, the business is working on novel medication candidates, most notably the experimental gene editing therapy NTLA-2001 that Regeneron is creating in collaboration with Intellia Therapeutics, NASDAQ NTLA. Number 3. Novovax. The NVX-CoV2373 COVID-19 vaccine candidate is being developed by Novovax. Its vaccine candidate triggers an immune response against the novel coronavirus using a single protein molecule, also referred to as a protein subunit. NVX-CoV2373 has already obtained authorizations or permits in South Korea, the Philippines, India, Indonesia, and the European Union. The World Health Organization also issued an emergency use listing EUL for the vaccination. The EUL is a crucial need for distribution to nations taking part in the COVAX facility, which strives to guarantee that low and middle income countries have access to COVID-19 vaccinations. In 2022, Novavax intends to achieve further regulatory victories, particularly in the United States. In 2020, NanoFlu, an experimental flu vaccination, showed promising results in late-stage testing conducted by Novavax. NVX-CoV2373 and NanoFlu are both being used by the business to create a COVID-19 and flu vaccine. In the first half of 2022, Novavax anticipates publishing the findings of a Phase 1-2 research of this combination vaccination. Number 2, Exelixis. 4 of the medications produced by Exelixis are already available. The drug Cabometyx, which is approved to treat thyroid cancer as well as renal cell carcinoma RCC and hepatocellular carcinoma HC, the most prevalent forms of kidney cancer and liver cancer respectively, is by far its biggest winner. Early in 2021, Exelixis and the biopharmaceutical company Bristol Myers Squibb, NYSE BMY, obtained U.S. regulatory approval for the use of Cabometyx in combination with Opdivo, an immunotherapy medicine made by Bristol Myers. Additionally, Exelixis is collaborating with the pharmaceutical company Roche, OTC RHHBY, to assess a combination therapy combining Cabometyx and Tecentriq, a cancer immunotherapy medicine. Both of these therapy plans aimed to treat RCC has never been treated before. Exelixis' ability to extend its therapeutic offerings and engage into new licensing deals due to its profitability profitability allows it to amass a rapidly expanding cash reserve. It acquires the right to continue developing the potential early-stage cancer medication XL102 from the biotech business Origene, and it also licenses a panel of monoclonal antibodies from WUXI Biologics. Gamma-Mabs, Pharma's anti-Mullerian hormone receptor 2 AMHR2 antibody programs were also acquired by Exelixis. Number 1. Axum Therapeutics. AXS-05. AXS-05, the company's flagship medication candidate, targets depression, agitation associated with Alzheimer's disease, and quitting smoking. The business requested U.S. regulatory approval for the medicine to treat depression in the early months of 2021. The American Food and Drug Administration, FDA, found 2 manufacturing flaws in Axum's regulatory application, but the company thinks the problems can be fixed and is collaborating with the FDA to find solutions. 2 additional late-stage candidates are included in the company's pipeline. The FDA is expected to decide whether to approve the investigational medication AXS-07 for use in the treatment of migraines in 2022. AXS-14 for the treatment of fibromyalgia is expected to be submitted for U.S. regulatory approval by Axum in 2023. With peak annual sales, the largest dollar volume of sales per year expected by analysts estimated at $2.6 billion, AXS-05 as a depression treatment might be a blockbuster drug if authorized. AXS-07 is expected to reach peak annual sales of more than $500 million in the United States alone. If AXS-14 is approved, analysts predict that peak sales might range between $500 million and $1 billion. Axum Therapeutics is a promising biotech company to think about investing in 2022, given the revenue potential for these 3 medication candidates. So what do you think about our video? Let us know in the comment box below, and please do like the video and subscribe to the channel for our future updates.